Welcome back to school. This is Ms. Rose, and I'm going to today talk about 6th grade lesson 15, which is a review about numerical expressions with exponents. This week we are going to talk about properties of integer exponents. Specifically, our essential question will be, what are the properties of integer exponents, and how can they be applied to solving problems? If you were here on Friday, March 13th, I handed everyone out these note templates for you to simplify your life when it comes to taking notes. If you would like to go grab yours and pause it for a moment while you do that, that would be wonderful. Otherwise, you can just pause the video as necessary as you take notes. Again, we are reviewing numerical expressions with exponents. We know that a power is this entire amount. The number that gets multiplied is called the base, and the exponent tells us how many times we need to multiply it by itself. So again, the base is on the bottom, and the exponent is the number that tells us how many times the base needs to be multiplied by itself. It's important when you see a number like 10 to the third, it does not mean 10 times 3. What it does mean is it means 10 times 10 times 10. So when you have powers, the numbers get big very quickly. For an example, 6 to the 5th power means 6 times 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. It does not mean 6 times 5. Sometimes when you have to evaluate expressions, you have to remember your order of operations. For example, if I have 4 squared plus 6, it means 4 times 4 plus 6. And the order of operations, you would always do that exponent first. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 6 equals 22. Now, we are going to do 8 lesson 1 tomorrow, which is where we're going to begin talking about product of powers. What I would like you to do at this time is find a side of your composition notebook or a piece of scratch paper and do these examples. If you would like to press pause right now and see if you are able to do them by yourself, that would be awesome. Now that you have attempted them, let's look at this first problem. It says 5 to the 2nd power, or 5 squared. That means 5 times 5, which is 25. 7 to the 3rd power, or 7 cubed, means 7 times 7 times 7. This number happens to be 343. If you need to use a calculator to check these, that's great, but try to understand what they mean before you do that. 2 to the 4th power means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 16. And finally, 4 to the 5th power means 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. It does not mean 4 times 5. This is a very large number. This would mean 1024. So before, when we left on Friday the 13th, I gave you, were to take out pages 1 through 10 of your practice and problem solving book. So your assignment now is to do pages 3 and 4.